Crunch. Splat. The sound of bones breaking under heavy iron boots. We are standing on the Black Sea, but it isn't water today. It is a solid 3-foot thick sheet of ice, and right now it is painted entirely in human blood. 20,000 men are butchering each other, the Frost Wolves and the Iron Bears. Two massive Viking clans, locked in a war of total annihilation. I don't command an army, I just kill whatever is in front of me. My breath comes out in thick, white clouds, instantly freezing against the cold steel of my heavy iron war mask. The mask is forged in the shape of a snarling wolf, completely hiding my face. I haven't taken it off in 10 years. My enemies don't know my name. They only know the cold, empty eye slits of the Iron Wolf. A massive Iron Bear warrior swings a warhammer at my head. I duck, sweeping his legs out with the handle of my bearded axe, and drive the heavy steel blade directly into his chestplate. Blood splatters across my iron mask. I pull the axe free. But before the body hits the ice, the world changes. The deafening roar of 20,000 screaming men vanishes. The sky, which was a pale, freezing gray, violently tears open. The clouds ignite, turning a blinding, unnatural purple. Gravity feels heavier. My knees buckle slightly. "Look up!" a warrior screams, dropping his shield. A colossal meteor is tearing through the atmosphere. It isn't a rock. It is a blinding golden star shrieking like 1,000,000 dying eagles, and it is falling directly toward the exact center of our battlefield. Brace! My voice roars, a deep, metallic echo from behind the iron mask. Boom! The impact is apocalyptic. A shockwave of shattered ice, boiling steam, and displaced air explodes outward. Thousands of warriors are thrown into the air like broken toys. The 3-foot thick ice cracks with a sound louder than thunder. I dig my axe into the ice to stop myself from flying backward. The hot steam rolls over my iron mask, blinding me for a few seconds. Slowly, the smoke begins to clear. The battle is completely over. No one is fighting. 20,000 men are slowly picking themselves up, staring in absolute awe at the massive, glowing crater in the center of the frozen sea. From the boiling steam, a figure emerges. It isn't a beast. It is a woman. She stands 10 feet tall. Her skin glows with a pure, divine golden light. She wears armor that looks like it was forged from captured sunlight and silver clouds. Behind her back, 2 colossal, majestic wings made of pure white energy slowly unfurl. Her beauty is terrifying. It bypasses the eyes and strikes directly at the soul. The Iron Bear chieftain, a man who has slaughtered hundreds, drops his massive broadsword. It clatters on the ice. He falls to his knees, tears streaming down his scarred face. "Valhalla," he whispers, his voice trembling with pure devotion. "The gods have sent a Valkyrie. We are chosen." Like a wave rippling across the ocean, the most ruthless warriors in the world drop their axes, swords, and shields. 20,000 men fall to their knees, bowing their heads in absolute surrender to the divine. I don't kneel. I stay crouched behind a pile of dead horses, my iron wolf mask locked onto her. My instincts, the same instincts that kept me alive in 100 battles, are screaming. Gods don't crash into the earth like broken stones. Gods don't bring the smell of ozone and rotting ozone. The goddess hovers inches above the ice. She drifts silently toward the kneeling Iron Bear chieftain. She extends a glowing, perfectly smooth golden hand and places it gently on the top of his head. The chieftain smiles, closing his eyes, waiting for the blessing of Valhalla. But the smile is his last human expression. The goddess's pure, white, glowing eyes suddenly snap. They don't close, they invert. The white light is instantly swallowed by a void of pitch-black darkness. Thick, pulsing black veins violently erupt from beneath her flawless golden skin, spreading like a venomous web across her face and neck. Her beautiful wings of white light shatter with a sound like breaking glass, immediately replaced by jagged, terrifying shards of dark, bleeding obsidian. She isn't a savior, she is a fallen. Corrupted by the abyss, the chieftain doesn't even have time to open his eyes. The goddess's touch instantly turns his flesh, his bones, and his heavy steel armor into fine black ash. The ash collapses onto the ice and blows away in the wind. She turns her completely black eyes toward the 20,000 kneeling men. She raises her hand. A colossal, curved blade of dark, crackling purple energy materializes in her grip. With a single, effortless horizontal swing, she unleashes a shockwave of antimatter, SHNK. There is no resistance. 500 men in the front rows are cut perfectly in half. Their torsos slide off their waists in absolute silence. For 2 seconds, nobody moves. The human brain cannot process the scale of the slaughter. Then, the screaming begins. Panic. Absolute, mindless terror. The remaining warriors scramble to their feet, slipping on the blood-soaked ice, desperately trying to run toward the distant shores. They push each other, trample each other. The corrupted goddess doesn't walk, she hunts. She launches herself into the air, moving faster than sound. She dives into the fleeing crowd like a dark missile. She is a hurricane of obsidian wings and dark magic. Limbs, heads, and shattered weapons fly hundreds of feet into the air. She points her finger at the frozen sea. A beam of concentrated dark energy blasts into the ice. The frozen sea instantly boils and shatters, sending 1,000 screaming Vikings plunging into the freezing black depths of the ocean. I watch the massacre from the shadows of the crater. I look down at my heavy iron axe. It has tasted the blood of 100 men, but mortal steel is a joke against divine armor. If I charge her, my iron mask and my flesh will be ash in 3 seconds. I look back at the crater where she crashed. The steam is still rising from the impact zone. And there, at the very center of the shattered ice, is a single drop of liquid. It is her blood. When she hit the earth, the impact was so catastrophic that even a goddess bled. The drop is glowing a mesmerizing, unstable mixture of divine gold and corrupted, pulsing black. I don't run away with the others. I sprint straight into the boiling crater. The heat sears my leather armor, but my iron mask protects my face. I slide on my knees across the melted ice, stopping right in front of the glowing drop of god blood. It is humming. A deep, terrifying vibration that I feel in my teeth. I don't think. I take the heavy steel blade of my bearded axe and press it directly into the drop of blood. The reaction is violently explosive. The steel hisses like a dying snake. The blood doesn't just coat the blade, it aggressively absorbs into the metal, rewriting the molecular structure of the iron. The ancient, worn runes carved into my axe suddenly ignite. They glow with a blinding, terrifying dark gold energy. The heat travels up the wooden handle, my leather gloves burn away. The dark gold energy surges into my hands, rushing up my arms, burning its way directly into my veins. My spine arches backward, in pure, unimaginable agony. But it isn't just pain. It is raw, apocalyptic power. My heartbeat slows down. The sounds of the screaming warriors fade. Through the dark slits of my iron wolf mask, my own eyes begin to glow with a piercing golden light. I stand up. The axe in my hand is no longer just a weapon. It is a god killer. Out on the ice, the corrupted goddess is hovering 50 feet in the air, gathering a massive sphere of dark energy to wipe out the remaining survivors. I step out of the crater. I don't hide anymore. I take the flat of my glowing dark gold axe and smash it against my own iron chest plate. Clang. The sound isn't normal. The magical resonance echoes across the entire frozen sea, cutting through the chaos. The goddess stops. The massive sphere of dark energy dissipates. She slowly turns her head. Her void black eyes lock onto me. She sees a lone mortal in a black iron wolf mask. But then, she looks down at my hands. She sees her own divine, corrupted blood weaponized against her. the dark gold glow reflecting off my iron mask. For the first time since she fell from the heavens, the goddess doesn't look empty. She looks furious. She lets out an ear-piercing, unearthly shriek, unfurling her obsidian wings. She dives directly toward me, her massive dark blade raised to split the world in half. I don't brace for impact. I don't raise a shield. I tighten my grip on the God-Killer axe. I let out a deafening, metallic war cry from behind the mask, and I charge straight at her. Mortal rage colliding with corrupted divinity.